Hey there folks, Sifu Slim here, and I'm outdoors. Just got finished a lovely maintenance workout. You can learn more about that at my website, theagingathlete.com. And I wanted to talk to you today about the idea of life is supposed to be fun, or I broke off a relationship because I wasn't having enough fun. So nobody has a problem, unless you're a grimace, with the idea of fun. The concept of fun, it's a thing that happens with our endorphins, our neurology, our physicality, our physiology. It means that we're upbeat, we may be smiling, we're invigorated, we're enjoying something. All those things are wonderful. But you don't leave a relationship historically. Think back to your great-grandparents and people before then, because life wasn't fun. Life is always about doing the things that you need to do to survive, not going out and looking for fun and cuddliness in everything that you do. So in order to survive, and in order to thrive, you have to have nature cooperating to some extent, other people cooperating with you to a large extent, and it's a team effort. You have certain skills, certain energy levels, you have a certain age, and then when those things change, other people pick up where you left off. So if you're teaching, you're in your late 20s, you're teaching an 8-year-old in a hunting and gathering tribe about arrow making, about leather working, about finding water, all of those things. You're going to teach them that so that when you are a person who needs assistance from them, they can complement that tribe by sharing in those gifts of productivity, acquisition of things that you need, building things that you need, designing things that you need, cooperating. So that's what it is. You acquire knowledge and you cooperate and you learn throughout the aging process of what's happening. So I wanted to tell you that this idea of fun, it certainly happens. So if you're a tribal living community, you're a tribe of people, let's say you're an Oglala Sioux Indian in the 1780s, and you've got this band and you're in a band of 25 people, all ages, people that are just being born to people that are on their way out in terms of age. You've got all these people, they all have different responsibilities. They'll have different psychologies. Do they think they left the tribe because they weren't having fun? Do you think a squaw and a brave broke off the relationship because they weren't having fun? Interesting with a wind, you got a big wind going on right now. So they typically didn't. They stuck things out unless they were being mistreated. The idea of fun wasn't the big deal breaker. They knew that they were going to live between 6 years old and 80 years old. And along that way, they may have checked out at a certain age, right? And so that's what happened. So doing the right thing in that communal living setting is how human beings, Homo sapiens, have lived for as long as Homo sapiens have been around. So let's say it's 250,000 years. And before that, and concurrent to that, other groups of hominids that were doing very similar things, cooperating in small bands and small groups, finding water, finding food, working to build shelter, working to build clothing, working to build ways to manipulate nature to a certain degree, all those things. So what do we do in the modern era? Well, I say in order to thrive, you have to be doing the right thing. And that's your goal in any relationship, at work, at home, in your martial arts center, on the tennis court, on the nature preserve, on the picking up trash at the beach or on the trails and the fields, being a parent, being a good family member, being a good friend. It's all about doing the right thing and learning what the right thing is for the other person. What are the things that are their trigger points and you don't want to set them off, don't want to trigger them, and what makes them tick and what makes them functional. So functionality and all these things are the starting point. Happiness comes in when you've got the functionality going to a certain degree. So how can you be functional? You can get hydrated. So I've got water in here. Before that there was kombucha. If my gut bacteria is happy, doesn't that give me a chance of being functional? And later on happy. If my gut bacteria is happy, that's a good starting point. Sticking with the body, if I get out my yoga mat and I do my tennis ball rolling on that, which is the fascia, releasing the fascia, rolling around on tennis balls, maybe 10 or 12, on this thin yoga mat on a hard floor. That's my rolling. I do that every morning. So my fascia and my muscles and my joints get to be functional, get to be released, get to be massaged every morning, free of charge. How cool is that? It's just a little 8-minute drill that I do every morning. I'm really into tennis right now, so I'm going to go do that with a group of people. I get my camaraderie, I get my physicality, I get my learning, I get to release a lot of energy, and we have some laughs because lots of chaos happens, lots of beauty, lots of oops. They all happen in the game of tennis. It's beautiful. And then after getting some work done on my computer and cell phone, I'll do some reading. This is a great book called What If you like history. This one has some well-known historians. They weigh in, they imagine what might have been if, and I don't want to give that away, but it's another good book. So those are some things that I recommend for you in order to do the right thing, in order to thrive. Eat right, sleep well, be around other people, contribute to society, use your physical body, use your mind, share connections with other people, be empathetic, open up your empathy, open up your heart and your mind. So that's what you do. Those are the goals of relationships with two people, significant others who are partnering up, marrying, what have you, for a duration of time. It's not about being happy. You don't get divorced with this high divorce rate in certain ethnicities where it's 80% of the people are divorced and or 70 or 60. And the other thing is 80% of the time in some of these ethnicities, it's the women leaving the relationship, oftentimes because they're unhappy. That's what they say. Well, your great-grandmother didn't leave because she was unhappy. She stuck it out, and it was about surviving, working towards thriving. And you needed two people then, and you still need two people now, unless you're independently wealthy, in order to pay those bills and share in the chores of living, the actionable, needed things to live. The shopping, the cooking, the sharing meals, the going for walks, the helping others, the picking up trash, the remodeling your home, washing your car. It's all more fun, if you want to go back to fun, when we do that with other people. We do it with open heart, open mind, with good intentions, with a positive spirit, and with a plan, working that plan. Today I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. And if anything else crops in, I'll see if I can do those things as well. And I'm going to relax, and I'm going to learn, and I'm going to be heart open, and I'm going to get some great release. So that's what I say about the idea of fun. Fun comes after you do the right thing. It doesn't come from shirking your responsibility and doing substances and cheating in some way. That's not fun. Doing the right thing and then seeing the reaction in other people, in nature, in the planet, in your pets, in yourself. That's where fun comes from, and that enjoyment in living. So I'm Sifu Slim. Please take a look at my books on Amazon. You can find them at theagingathlete.com. Take a look at Sedentary Nation, a great book about the idea of movement, physical movement, throughout the history of upright walking entities going back 6.8 million years. So you can find those things in Sedentary Nation, and that book will be a wellness historical reference and an action plan on how to live today in the modern era, how you can do it. So I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe. I'm Sifu Slim, wishing you all the best in your health, happiness and wellness, and aloha. And I'm going to go out and enjoy the rest of the day, and I'm sure there'll be some fun in store as I move through it. Aloha.